We are the Fat Guardians, and my name is ACB the Man, and welcome to Slightly Above Mediocre number 2. Now, Slightly Above Mediocre is where I take gameplay footage and talk about it and analyze it and tell you what was good about it and what was bad about it from a slightly above mediocre player's stand. So, this is the first episode that has someone else in it. And this is also the first episode of one of the 30-second clips. So with the Xbox DVR, you can tell it to record that, and it's set to 30 seconds by default. Generally, that means you're going to record something that is very cool to see, like this one. This is a very good play at the end of a Mayhem match, but there are some things that could have been slightly better about it, and some things I'll talk about. So while this is a very short piece of gameplay, it is still very good to watch, and it is a very good play made by my good friend DriftngPlatypus. So, let's get started.
30 seconds and counting.
So I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here and talk about his loadout. So his weapons, he has a sniper rifle, he has a scout rifle, and he has a rocket launcher. So the sniper rifle is not the icebreaker because it has 9 bullets, which is very cool. He doesn't show in this clip, but hey, I like sniper rifles that are not the icebreaker. Anyways, so the scout rifle, as you will later see, is a sort of scout rifle. It's a very good one. But I have to say something about the Titanium Orchid. This is an Iron Banner rocket launcher, and the only problem with this rocket launcher is all of the good perks are in the last column. I have an Ash Factory with tripod and grenades and horseshoes, which is very cool because they get 3 rockets in the tube and they explode when they get close to enemies. Sometimes it doesn't quite work, but I do have both of those perks. In the Titanium Orchid, you can get tripod on the top node and grenades and horseshoes on the bottom node. So you cannot have both of those. So what we will see is his rocket launcher will have tracking, which is a very good feature, and especially on this part of the map is very good. Some of the explosion and splash damage actually does something well for him later on, but you did not have the tripod, or you did not have one of the other perks that compare well with tracking. So, Titanium Orchid, while it's a very good rocket launcher, look for other rocket launchers that can do better. Especially when Destiny 2 comes out, think about the perks that a gun has and see if there are other guns that may have better perks or may be able to have a better intrinsic perk. But overall, very good loadout choice. The Titanium Orchid is not bad, just not technically the best rocket launcher. And also for Mayhem, it looks like he is rocking a Nothing Manacles Scatter Grenade build on a Voidlock, and that is just an awesome, awesome subclass and build for Mayhem. Alright, so we see here that he jumped a different way than all his teammates were going. He got a drop on the enemies and got a good flank on them while they were looking at his teammates.
Double down.
So while I have to say his tracking rocket launcher did its thing, I'm not so sure if he killed the guy he was actually tracking or if he got lucky with some of those kills, but there's a bunch of enemies there. You want to kill him with the rockets, and that is exactly what he did.
3 opponents down. Fantastic work.
So after Drifting got his triple kill, he went for the Hipfire kill, and he killed him with a melee technically, but he went for the Hipfire shots on this last guy. Now you notice this last guy has a sidearm, and maybe Drifting wasn't able to see that, but if this last guy did not have potato aim, Drifting should have been dead. Now the reason I'm talking about this is because sometimes it is very good to Hipfire, but Drifting had a scout rifle and a sniper rifle. And if you notice, the scout rifle scope is a pretty decent mid-range scope, but it is a longer range scope. He had 2 long-range weapons. If he had maybe had a shorter range weapon like a hand cannon or an auto rifle, the Hipfire would have been very nice. And it worked out in his favor here. He did not die. He went in and kept moving forward, which is very good. But that Hipfire was very, very, very tricky, in my opinion. But he worked it out well. So just remember that hip firing can be tricky, but if you need to do it in situations like this, and I'm not faulting him for hip firing, that's exactly what he should have done. But it can be very, very tricky.
More efforts like that, we might just win this.
So overall, this was a very fun clip of a warlock doing their thing in Mayhem, especially with some rockets. So, like I said, the shorter clips, the 30-second clips, are probably going to be of something cool that happened. But there were some things I could talk about that we maybe will think about when we play Destiny PvP. Now, as we move into Destiny 2, I still would like you to send in Destiny clips, because some things about Destiny can translate and can transfer over to Destiny 2. Now, Destiny 2 is going to have a completely different PvP landscape, but we can still learn some things about playing PvP from Destiny 1, so continue to send in Destiny 1 clips. If you would like to send in any clips or full game footage to me, send to samsundaypvp@gmail.com. It's on the screen right now and in the description below. Feel free to send full games, feel free to send 30-second clips, 5-minute clips, who cares. I will look at them, and from a slightly above mediocre player's view, I will give you some tips, and I will talk about what is good and what is bad about them. So guys, thank you for watching. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to grow. And I thank you for your support of the Fat Guardians.